Now, let's continue exploring the colorful sights in and around the city of San Francisco. Right across the northern end of the Golden Gate Bridge lies a city of abundance and arts, Sausalito. Built from the rich city's history in shipbuilding, Sausalito is now a picturesque landscape of residential communities, private yachts, and a combination of both, including the famous houseboats. Made up mainly of retired sailors, sailing enthusiasts, and water sport lovers, the ports of Sausalito is now a world-known destination because of these cute and colorful homes. I'm so grateful to have this exclusive tour around this community from one of the owners himself, Edward Jerbick.
First of all, Ed, thank you so much for inviting me to your lovely home, and what a stunning view this is. You're so lucky to be waking up every day to this.
Thank you, yeah, and you're welcome to, happy to have you here. And yeah, it's a special place. Mm-hmm. It's a floating home.
It's a floating home.
They're not boats because they don't go anywhere. Mm-hmm. There are no motors, but they're built to be homes that float on the bay.
Some used to be boats that were refurbished to become homes, right?
Yeah, that's how this whole area got started. People were living out in the bay on boats, and they were having to row ashore every day because it was an inexpensive way to live. And then when the docks were built, people started coming in and parking their boats here and sort of homesteading.
Oh, wow, okay.
They build the hull first, and it's built out of cement, and then they build the house on top of it.
Oh, okay.
So it really just is a home that has a foundation that floats.
So when the tide comes in, how does it work?
What happens is we're at low tide right now, and the water's coming up for the next 6 hours. And as the water comes up, we'll start floating off the bottom.
Okay.
We're just like a boat sitting in the mud, and then the tide comes in and the boat's floating again.
Oh, interesting.
So it's just the same thing.
When did they all kind of decide to come together?
Back in the early 60s.
Okay.
It was a lot of young people and artists and musicians, and well, a different time. It was a community of artists and musicians. It was a creative group of people in those days.
Okay.
And the houseboats are a permanent fixture and a part of Sausalito now.
As Ed took me around the ports to see the different houseboats, the artistic influences can definitely be seen in the personalities of each home. And seeing such sights can make one wonder how everything stays beautiful despite the risky conditions of living on open water.
What do you do in terms of like hurricanes or storms, or does that even happen here?
We don't have hurricanes or tornadoes. We're in a very protected part of the bay, so there's no real big wave action, but we do get winds with each storm in the winter, and that's about it. The winds move us around a little bit, but it's a fairly protected part of the bay.
And what is there to do here in Sausalito?
The water is really what brings people to the houseboats, and so everybody is usually, that's the one thing everybody has in common is the love of the water. So the kayaking and paddleboarding, and if you have a little dinghy or a fishing boat or something. So it's really access to the water. That's what's special about this.
Yeah, and I saw a seaplane pass earlier.
Yes. Yeah,
where does that go?
Seaplane tours that run in and out every single day.
Okay.
And in the summers they fly up to Lake Tahoe even now. That's a new thing.
There's lots to do here.
Yeah, and it's peaceful.
And it's peaceful. Yeah, I think that's the selling point here. And that's mainly why I asked if, like, how can I go about and rent one of these houses? Yeah. It's just so peaceful here.
There's lots not to do.
Lots not to do. I like that. Okay, thank you so much, Ed. Thank you for your time, and thank you for showing me around your home.
You're welcome.
Sausalito is definitely a residential city offering a very different lifestyle. It's no wonder why many Americans opt to retire here and indulge in the unique experience that the city can offer.